everyone. Today we're gonna be looking again at the Euro USA dollar. This is actually a third video we're making, and this is gonna be topic trend lines again. If you haven't watched our previous two videos, you can see them right here, and we actually suggest you to watch them one by one because it's gonna make a lot more sense for you. As you can see, we already have some trend lines on our chart, and you're gonna understand easily what we're talking about. I'm drawing another trend line because basically this is where we are gonna be focusing on. But if you guys haven't actually subscribed to our channel, go ahead and subscribe to our channel, and don't forget to smash that like button. Really motivates us guys to make more videos for you. Quick recap on our previous entries. Basically, we entered the trade, we got this movement, so we were able to open a trade right at the beginning of this movement. Let me see here, my chart is not really cooperating, but yeah, so on the first trend line we were able to enter. After that, on the second one, we waited for the price to break through the trend line and then retest. And now, as you can see here, we have another interesting level where the price was having actually trouble breaking through this level. And actually, we had a very nice opportunity here to enter the trade, but unfortunately, we missed this one. So right now, what we're gonna be looking for is for this price to try to retest this trend line and then potentially go back up. Of course, we don't know if that's gonna happen, but it's something important. You can see this trend line here, how the price is actually respecting this zone. So it came to retest it a few times, and since the third time it didn't really came to even touch this trend line, which tells us that we're gonna be looking and trying to find opportunities to go long. So this is not just a place where you can enter the trade when the some of the candlesticks touch this trend line, but this is a indication that the price will keep going up, so that's very important. So until the price is above this trend line, we're gonna be looking to buy on the Euro USA dollar. And by the way, I forgot, we are looking on a 1 hour chart. That's where we're trading on. A few hours later, guys, as you can see, we open our trade here. There was a small retest. The price didn't really came back to touch this trend line, but you can see those two candlesticks, how they have these wicks. And after that, we had a huge and really nice engulfing candle. So that's why we actually entered the trade right there. We are going with a really tight stop loss here, and of course we're going 1 to 3 again, risk to reward ratio. Of course, you can set your stop loss few pips under those candles with the wicks, or if you want to be even if you want to play more riskier and you want to give more room for your trade, you can of course go and set your stop loss under this trend line. This is gonna be a zone where it's gonna be difficult for the price to break, because as you can see, we already have a couple tries, and this zone act as a resistance. So most likely, if the price come back, it's gonna be as a support of the price. So definitely that would give you high probability, higher chance of this price testing the zone and most likely going back up. But in this case, we're going to have a tight stop loss. Something else that I would like you to acknowledge. You can see, if you watched our first video, that the lot size we entered was way, not way, but it was higher than the one that we opened this trade right now. And again, we're gonna mention money management, but of course this is one of the most important thing in trading, so we're gonna be repeating it over and over. Since the movement is been on for a couple of days now, and the price is kind of far from the trend line, you always have to keep in mind something. So you're always gonna have to actually open trades with a lower lot size, because every single trade from now on is gonna getting riskier and riskier, because the price is far away, and it's been on an uptrend for quite a while, and we didn't really see a big retracement. So that tells us that there might be soon a time where the price will reverse. I'm forwarding the video, and actually there is something important and interesting to talk about here. As you can see, the price almost came back to our stop loss and almost hit our stop loss, and then went back up again. So right now we're on a small profit, but what could have you done here? Because we're so we're like 17 hours later, guys. 17 hours later, and we're barely on any profit. And it's really interesting here, I would say it that way. The reason for that is because actually you could have closed this trade even in a loss before it hits your stop loss. You're gonna hear a lot of people saying that you set your stop loss and you don't play with it anymore. But honestly, sometimes when you see that the trade doesn't really go your way, you can get a smaller loss rather than just waiting and see you're wrong. You're wrong, and you just keep your trade on. In our case, the price went back up, luckily for us. So we're on a profit, but you see these small candles, and you see some wicks going on. So that tells us that probably the bulls are getting tired, so the price is about to reverse. So that's why this is the point where we're gonna be closing our trade, because most likely the price will come back and retest this trend line again. Let me just close this trade real quick. Okay, and now every time you see something like that, the price was going nicely up, and then you see those small candles, that should tell you that there is not more interest on the market. That means maybe that's the fair price, and the sellers are gonna enter the market and then try to make the correction of the price. So basically that's why we're closing this trade, and we're gonna be looking for another opportunity if eventually the price decide to retest this trend line. And of course we're gonna be waiting for confirmation, because the price was going up for quite a while, and now it might be a time for the price to reverse. Who knows? So we can just observe for right now, and then decide if we may take another trade. As you can see, since the beginning of this trend, we were actually able to catch this movement. We managed to get into couple of trades so far, so we're pretty happy with catching those movements, and I really hope that you guys got the point and how important actually the trend lines are. It's so simple and easy, it just basically you would say, like, some kid drew this line. It's so easy. But at the same time it's so important, and you can see where we enter our first trade, our second trade here, and now with our last trade right here. It's a small profit, but as we like to say, you know, nobody knocks on your door and offer you $1 or $5. So you just collect your profits and then reinvest. And let's say if you trade with 0.5 lots today, in 2 weeks you'll be able to trade with 0.7, you know, and then on and on, you know. That's the important thing. Try to keep your losses small, if possible. Trade without losses, which is really difficult, but just try to have small losses, and even your profits, like don't try to get as much as you can. Just try to collect profits, get your account going, you know, build your confidence through those profitable trades, and with the time you're gonna build your confidence. You're gonna be more confident with your strategy as well, and by using more tools, and especially with the trend lines we're talking about today. So it'd be way easier for you to you know, get profitable. That was everything for this video, guys. I think you know, it was really nice trade, and there was a lot to, you know, cover. It wasn't really profitable, but there was a lot to be said, and you know, there was stuff to be learned from this trade, which was the most important. So go ahead and subscribe to our channel, you know, hit the bell so you can get our videos first, and don't forget to smash that like button, guys, and I'll see you in the next videos. Bye bye.